What is going on, everybody? It is Ghost Bandit. Today we're gonna jump right into it because I'm not happy. Topic of today is that I will never go back to the Pittston yard to get work done on my tractor. And I want to start this off by saying that I don't know if this is a problem with the people in the garage. I don't know if this is a management problem. I don't know what the problem is, and I really hope that somebody from Prime watching this sees this and makes some changes up there, because flat out what I've experienced up there is unacceptable. And we'll get right into what happened. So I've had two experiences there trying to get my tractor fixed now. And the first time I thought maybe it's a fluke, maybe this is just they're having an off night, maybe the guy's having a bad night. And then I had a wonderful time with the day crew guy. And now today, I thought I was going to have a great time. I didn't. So I'm pretty disappointed. So the first story here is I need to get a tire repair done. I had a piece of metal in my tire that needed to be. I already knew it was leaking. And I had filled it twice on my way there. I was, milking it, trying to get it there to save myself some money, because it's cheaper to get a tire there than at TA or Petro or anywhere else. So I get there, and I tell inbound outbound that I need to have a tire repair done. They say, okay, go talk to the tire shop guys. And I said, okay, and I let them know that I had a drop off that night at 2300, so I needed to be out of there. Now, I had planned this out so that I was getting there, and then I was going to have enough drive time at the end of my shift to still make it there. So I was able to sit there basically until I had to leave. And I had been there before with my trainer to get a tire replaced when I was there. We were in and out 20 minutes maybe tops. So I figured it's going to be quick. So I get there at 1600, which is about 4 o'clock. They told me to call the tire shop. So I get the tire shop's number from the tractor repair shop, and I call them. I sat on hold for an hour with no answer. So I finally just walked in to the tire shop, and I said, hey man, I need to get a tire replaced. And I had already known that it needed to be replaced and not just repaired. I need to get a tire replaced, and he's like, okay, well, here, fill this out. So he asked me what my truck number was, my phone number, and he said, okay, well, we're doing shift change right now, because it was right around 5 o'clock, so understandable. You're next on the list, they'll give you a call. So I said, okay. I go out, I drop my trailer, and I go and I park, and I wait for the call. I go in later. It's about 2100 now, so I'm getting kind of antsy because, I know that it takes a little while to change the tire, and I still have to deliver this load. It's only about a half an hour away, so, I don't want to cut it too close. So I give him another call. I sit on hold for 30 minutes. No answer. This time I walk into the garage, phone in hand, still ringing, and I don't see them anywhere. It turns out that they're in the front office area, which I wasn't aware of because I haven't really walked around the inbound outbound area in that location. So I ended up finding them because somebody else pulls in to the garage from inbound, and they both come out, and I say, hey, are one of you guys from the tire shop? And he says, yeah, that's me. And I said, okay, well, I've been waiting here since 1600 to get a tire. And the guy says, well, we've been really, really busy. We haven't been able to slow down. We just did slow down, so we decided to have some lunch. And I said, okay, well, I've been on hold on the phone for 30 minutes, right? And the phone is still ringing in my hand, mind you. And he goes, oh, well, it didn't ring. And I'm like, all right, well, that's kind of weird, especially considering you're in the office. Like, that's weird. But I say, okay. He double checks, make sure he has my info, and he does. And then he says, okay, well, we're going to get to you soon. And normally I wouldn't complain, right? Except for the fact that I was parked at the backside of inbound outbound, so I could see how many trucks were coming in and out, as well as the tire shop entrance. There was never a truck in the tire shop the whole time I was sitting there. and I had been there since 1600. There was a truck in there when I first came through inbound outbound, and that was the only truck I saw in there the whole time I was there. The story doesn't end there though. So obviously they never bring me inside, so I ended up missing my drop off because at this point my tire's so low that I can't do anything. So I just go to bed. So I was hoping that I was going to get a phone call. They never called. I go in the next day, my paperwork is still there. The guy that I spoke to the day before who told me about the shift change, he was there. I explained to him what happened. He had me in and out of there in probably an hour. While this is going on, I told my fleet manager what happened, and he told me to talk to the supervisor over there. I tell him, and he more or less just shrugs me off and acts like that's what happens on night shift. That to me is unacceptable. Now, that left a bad taste in my mouth, right? Because at this point, it's like, so you just don't care about drivers, right? And I figured, maybe it's just how they work over there. Like, it's kind of crappy, but day shift took care of it, right? Like maybe night shift just kind of is crappy and they can't fill the position, so what they have is what they get. So after that, the exact same day, I ended up, actually not the exact same day, the next day I ended up needing another tire, had to get repaired on the road, but at the same time my inverter blew. So I need to get my inverter replaced. So I get a load back a few days later. I get routed through. I call them up and I make an appointment for 3 in the morning, I think is when I thought I was going to get there. But I ended up being so tired that I went to sleep. So I call them. When I woke up, I'm about 2 hours away. And they call me and, one thing for that first story, once again, this is what I want to emphasize here. They never called. Like, they never had any intention of fixing my tire. If they had called me and I had missed the call, that's understandable, like that's understandable. And I could have moved past that and I, wouldn't have cared and I wouldn't be making this video because, at least they tried. Anyways, so I have to get my inverter repaired. I make an appointment and I realize that I'm too tired to make it there to the appointment. I call and I let them know and they said, okay, well, we'll try to work you in. And I said, okay, perfect. So I said, so originally I was just going to take a nap. My nap turned into a full freaking 8 hours because I was so tired. And I didn't want to, risk safety-wise, driving while I was tired. So I finally wake up and I call them and I go, hey, I called about an inverter. I think it was a different lady than I talked to the first 2 times, but they still knew who I was. They're like, oh, are you truck, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm real sorry. And they're like, okay, we'll just come in when you get here and, check in and we'll get you through the process. And then, we'll get this taken care of for you today and, we'll work you in. So I get there around, 1:30, and I had a load to drop off again. So I could only stay until about 7 because I had about 7 hours of driving to do. So I tell them that and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll try to work you in and we'll give you a call. And I said, okay. And I was like, well, what's like my chances? And she was like, oh, you'll totally get it done today. Right. So I figured, perfect. Okay. So I go, I park my truck, I go eat lunch. And keep in mind, I still have the truck keys at this point. So it's not like the truck is like checked into the shop or anything. And I did have to unhook my trailer from this. So I'm already unhooked from my trailer while I'm waiting. So I go and I eat lunch, I go hang out in my truck. Well, I decide I'm gonna take a little nap because it's been 4 hours, right? So it's 5:30 at this point. So I figure, actually it hasn't been that long. It was probably less than that. But so I'm laying down in the back, so I take a nap. I wake up, no phone calls. It is right around 6 o'clock. So I have to go, like I have to leave. It is now 2:30 in the morning Eastern time. Still no phone call. So I'm very disappointed over there. And obviously me missing my appointment, like, and stuff like that, like, I get that, like, that's my fault. That's not their fault, but why are you taking people's phone numbers down, telling them that you're going to get to them today, and then you just never call them? And I know that, they'll say, oh, they're backed up, blah, blah, blah. You might be able to say that for the tractor shop. The tractor shop today, maybe. But the truth is that I told them when I got there that I had a load, and they said that they would totally be able to get it done before I had to leave to drop off this load. Both times, with the tire shop and the tractor shop. And the truth is, in Springfield, you don't get treated like this. In Springfield, they try to get stuff done as fast as they can, and they're honest with you, I will say that in Springfield, they make you make an appointment, which is fine. I'd be happy with that. My problem isn't needing to make appointments. My problem is that they're making false claims to you, and you're wasting time there. So that inverter today, I didn't get replaced. They didn't have time for it. There was nowhere else for me to get it replaced, so it's not a big deal, but I wouldn't have sat there for 7 hours. Like, I would have just drove while it was daytime towards my stop, and then taken a break. Sorry, got a little heartburn going on today. So anyways, this will be my last time through the Pittston shop. I'm done with that. And I really hope that some changes are made up there that fixes this. And like I said, I really hope that somebody from Prime sees this and figures out what's going on up there, because I'm just disappointed. I'm a new lease operator, and to see that this is how the company treats their drivers kind of bothers me and is a little bit worrisome going into the future. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. A bit of a downer of a video, but my week has not been the greatest. If somebody from Prime wants to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy to give you guys full details on exactly what time I was there,